My beloved child, stay right here. Don't scroll. Don't look away, because what I'm about to reveal will shake your heart in silence. There's something that just happened. Something hidden, wrapped in whispers, carried through sleepless nights and secret messages. A birth, a cry that echoed from somewhere you'd never expect. And the truth behind that cry will change how you see everything. Behind closed doors, someone you once trusted was living a double life. They smiled in your face, spoke comfort into your heart, but behind the curtains, they built a world that you were never meant to see. Every instinct inside you was right. Every unease you ignored was a divine alarm. Tonight, the truth doesn't just whisper. It screams. Type Amen to get blessing. 333, you felt it weeks ago. That strange pull in your chest, that sinking silence when their name appeared, the distance, the unread messages, the sudden cold tone when you asked simple things. Because deep down your spirit already knew something was wrong. Terribly wrong. But no one told you the real story until now. A woman, someone unexpected, someone not from your circle just gave birth. Her child is beautiful, but the moment people looked at that baby, the air in the room shifted. The resemblance couldn't be hidden. Because that baby carries the face of the man you once prayed for. Type Amen to get blessing. 444, you see, the universe never hides lies forever. What's done in darkness finds its way into light. Quietly, then suddenly. The same voice that told you to be patient was the same one preparing you for this moment. He told her it was over with you long ago. He said you'd moved on, that you'd never find out. But heaven has strange ways of delivering justice, sometimes through the cry of a newborn. The truth traveled faster than whispers, faster than denial. And now the very people who once praised him are speaking in low tones, unable to meet your eyes. Because the secret he hid, the one he swore no one would ever know, now breathes and cries in this world. Type Amen to get blessing. 555, my beloved child, breathe. I know your chest feels heavy. Like a storm pressing against your ribs. But listen, this isn't the end of your story. It's the unveiling of what you were never supposed to carry. Heaven saw your loyalty. Every tear you shed in confusion was recorded. Every night you waited for a message that never came. The angel stood beside you. He broke something sacred, but he also broke his own peace. That's why he's restless. That's why he avoids your eyes. The guilt is louder than any truth he could speak. And yet you're still being chosen for peace. Type Amen to get blessing. 666, because what comes next is your deliverance moment. This isn't exposure meant to hurt you. It's revelation meant to free you. Archangel Michael says, when truth enters, illusion must collapse. The foundation of deceit he built is already cracking. The woman who carried his secret thought she'd won. But heaven's hand moves differently. She's realizing that what she carried wasn't love. It was his unfinished karma. And now she's seeing him through the same eyes you once did. Bright at first, then dim with regret. Type Amen to get blessing. 777, my beloved child, destiny is realigning itself in your favor. Don't allow bitterness to settle in your soul. The divine realm isn't punishing you. It's protecting you. That baby isn't a curse. It's proof. Proof that you were never crazy for sensing betrayal. Proof that your intuition was divine. Every whisper, every red flag, every sudden silence, they were clues sent from heaven. And now that the full truth stands before you, you must choose your next move with grace, not rage. Because your peace is more powerful than their chaos. Type Amen to get blessing. 888, Archangel Michael says, you are stepping into a timeline where no secret can survive near you. That's why so many people are trembling when you walk in. They feel the light you carry. It exposes what they thought they'd buried. The one who betrayed you is being cornered by truth itself. He's not sleeping. His spirit is restless because the sound of that baby's cry keeps echoing in his mind, reminding him of everything he destroyed with his own hands. He's trying to reach you, not because he's sorry, but because he's scared. Scared of losing the only soul who ever prayed for him. But heaven says you cannot rescue someone from the fire they lit themselves. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Stay with me. The story isn't over. Because while their lies crumble, your elevation begins. This exposure was the final test before your blessing. You were asking for clarity. Now it has arrived. Painfully but truthfully, the same people who laugh behind your back will soon watch you rise without needing revenge. Because you were never meant to compete with chaos. You were chosen to outgrow it. The tables are turning and you're not sitting at them anymore. You're building your own. Type Amen to get blessing. 1111, there's a letter written for you in the spiritual realm. It says, the one who betrayed you has already been replaced. Someone better, purer, and aligned with your soul is already being sent. They will hold your heart the way heaven intended, not to own it, but to honor it. Because your heartbreak wasn't punishment, it was preparation. Heaven had to remove the imitation before sending the divine. And you, my child, are walking straight into a new beginning that won't require explanations. Type Amen to get blessing. 1212, the truth may sting, but it also sets you free. That child is not your burden. It's a symbol that their deception is no longer hidden. You are not to carry shame for what they did. You are not to compare yourself. Heaven says their story ends in guilt. Yours begins in grace. Keep your silence powerful. You don't need to expose anyone. Life will do that for you. And when they finally face their reflection, they'll see everything they lost. You type Amen to get blessing. 1313, my beloved child, don't scroll yet because something divine is about to unfold. Within the next few days, the person who once broke your trust will hear your name in an unexpected place. It will remind them of what purity feels like. The kind of love that doesn't beg, doesn't chase, just shines. They'll try to return. They'll speak of mistakes and circumstances. But don't fall. This is your graduation from manipulation. You've learned the difference between promises and patterns. Type Amen to get blessing. 1414. You were never second choice. You were sacred choice. The fact that they chose wrong doesn't change your value. Heaven is proud of you for not losing your softness, for still believing in love, for not letting betrayal turn you bitter. The baby that carries their resemblance will grow with innocence, not guilt. But the man behind it will grow under the weight of what he did. Because truth doesn't forget, it only waits. Type Amen to get blessing. 1515. Archangel Michael says, keep your heart guarded but not closed. There's someone observing you, silently admiring your strength. They know your pain but see your light. This person isn't here to replace what broke you but to remind you that not all love hides deception. They will arrive like peace, not passion. And when you meet them, you'll understand why heaven allowed the storm. Because it was clearing space for divine calm. Your future doesn't carry their face, it carries your redemption. Type Amen to get blessing. 1616. This part matters because you're about to enter a phase where what was stolen gets restored. Reputation, joy, sleep, self-worth, all of it. Heaven is returning everything multiplied. While they hide from truth, you will walk in it. While they whisper in shame, you will speak in confidence. Because the same pain that almost broke you is now your greatest crown. Type Amen to get blessing. 1717. As this truth unfolds, remember silence is your weapon and peace is your proof. Let them see you rise. Let them feel the absence of your energy they once took for granted. The child may carry their features, but you carry divine favor. That's something no betrayal can ever erase. And soon they'll realize losing you was the moment their real downfall began. Type Amen to get blessing. 1818. Now breathe. You're still standing stronger than ever. This revelation wasn't to wound you, but to release you, to lift you from illusions and bring you into truth. You didn't lose love. You lost the performance of it. And in that loss, you gained yourself. And that, my beloved child, is the greatest miracle of all. Type Amen to get blessing. 1919. My beloved child, stay here. Don't skip. The energy around you right now is shifting fast. And if you listen closely, you'll feel it. Like the quiet before a storm finally turns into sunlight. Heaven is rearranging things in your favor. Even when it looks like loss, every tear that fell silently, every moment you held yourself together in the dark, it all reached the divine realm. This revelation wasn't random. It came to free you from a cycle you were never meant to be trapped in because someone had to show their real face before your next chapter could begin. Their mask has fallen. And that's why the universe called your attention to this message today. Type Amen to get blessing. 2020. The woman who carried his secret thought she held the power. She believed the silence was protection that you would never find out. But time has a strange way of bending truth back toward the one who deserves to see it. People in their circle are already talking, but they're careful when your name appears because even they know you didn't deserve this. You were loyal when no one was watching. And now heaven is repaying loyalty with divine justice. You will witness it unfold without lifting a finger. The very people who plotted behind smiles will soon face each other in mirrors. They can no longer stand to look into. Type Amen to get blessing. 2121. The man you once called your person is crumbling inside. Not from punishment, but from realization. He's waking up to the depth of your absence. That baby, innocent and pure, has become the sound that won't let him sleep. Every laugh, every cry, every small hand reaching out reminds him of the promises he broke. He wanted to build comfort on deception, but the foundation is cracking. Because truth cannot live inside a lie for long. And while he hides from his reflection, your glow is becoming impossible to ignore. Type Amen to get blessing. 2222. Archangel Michael says, Heaven has marked this moment as your rise, not your ruin. Don't allow pity to soften your boundaries. Compassion doesn't mean return. Forgiveness doesn't mean access. Your energy is sacred. And this betrayal taught you that not everyone deserves entry to it. Soon an unexpected message will come your way. It might be from him or from someone connected to that situation. But before you respond, remember this. Not every apology deserves an answer. Some confessions are meant to be heard in silence. Your silence. Type Amen to get blessing. 2323. Your spirit is no longer the same. The pain changed your vibration, but in the most powerful way. You've become untouchable to deceit. Where you once over-explained, you now observe. Where you once begged for truth, you now walk in it. And that's why Archangel Michael stands beside you. Not to avenge you, but to escort you into elevation. They thought they broke you, but they only woke you. And what's awakened now can never be manipulated again. Watch closely. The next days will carry signs of your freedom. Type Amen to get blessing. 2400 hours 24. Heaven is proud of how you handled this. You didn't lash out. Didn't destroy what wasn't yours to fix. You let time reveal what words couldn't. And that's why the divine is about to honor you publicly for what you endured privately. A new opportunity, unexpected and divine, will replace the energy they drained. They are watching from a distance, realizing your silence is more powerful than any revenge they feared because you carry something they can't touch. Divine peace. And peace is the loudest closure you'll ever give. Type Amen to get blessing. 2525. My beloved child, don't rush the healing. This was not just heartbreak. It was a spiritual surgery. Heaven had to remove what was poisoning your purpose. You were asking for clarity. And now the truth has been delivered, even if it came through tears. Every revelation is a release. In the quiet moments, you'll start to feel a strange calm. That's your new beginning forming. Don't chase what crumbled. Let the ashes rest where they belong. Because something far purer is being born in you, faith. Type Amen to get blessing. 2626. This part, because this is where the miracle begins, someone new has already been written into your destiny. They're drawn to your light, not your pain. They'll recognize your energy instantly because they too have been through betrayal and rebirth. When you meet, there will be no games, no masks, just peace. The kind that feels like coming home after years of wandering through storms. Heaven orchestrated this long before you even knew their name. Type Amen to get blessing. 27:27. Archangel Michael says, before you meet the new, the old must crumble completely. So, if things are falling apart, let them. Don't resist endings that are protecting your destiny. You'll notice small shifts, old friends drifting away, memories losing their sting, familiar faces fading. That's divine pruning. It's heaven making room for your next elevation. The one who betrayed you will try to circle back with sudden understanding or realization. But their timing is not divine. It's desperate. Stand firm. You've already graduated from that lesson. Type Amen to get blessing. 2828. You are being watched not by them but by heaven. Angels are measuring your restraint, your grace, your patience. Every time you choose peace over retaliation, your blessings multiply. The baby they thought would shame you will become your silent vindication. Life will honor your heart by giving you something far better than you imagined. Something no betrayal can stain. Because where they fell into guilt, you'll rise into glory. Type Amen to get blessing. 29:29. Soon you'll hear people saying your name again, but this time with respect. They'll whisper how you stayed graceful through what would have destroyed others. They'll talk about how you transformed pain into power and heartbreak into healing. Heaven is already turning your story into testimony. What they meant for humiliation is becoming your coronation. And all you have to do is keep shining quietly, gracefully, unbothered. Type Amen to get blessing. 30:30. My beloved child, when you see them again, and you will let your calmness speak. You won't need to explain anything. They already know. Their silence toward you was never peace. It was guilt. And now they'll try to rewrite the narrative. But truth doesn't need editing. It stands forever. The same hands that betrayed you will one day wish they'd held you right. But by then you'll be standing in a light they can't reach because what left your life in deceit heaven replaced with destiny. Type Amen to get blessing. 31:31. Every ending carries a secret blessing. You may not see it now, but this revelation was the door to your freedom. Soon your heart will stop replaying the betrayal. Instead, it will start dreaming again without fear. You'll find yourself smiling without forcing it. Sleeping peacefully without needing closure because peace has become your new language. And everything that tried to break you will now bow before your strength. Type Amen to get blessing. 32:32. Archangel Michael says, divine justice doesn't always come with thunder. Sometimes it comes as a mirror moment, and that moment is coming soon. He'll see you laughing, thriving, unbothered, and something inside him will shatter because he'll realize the life he built was never love, only illusion. And you'll realize that heartbreak was the training ground for your divine authority. No more chasing, no more waiting. You are finally free. Type Amen to get blessing. 3333, you've survived the unveiling. You've passed the test. Now comes the reward. Your glow is no longer just light, it's testimony. Every sleepless night has been turned into favor. Every wound has turned into wisdom. So walk forward. Heaven's gates have opened for you. The baby that once symbolized betrayal now symbolizes closure. You are rising beyond the storyline into destiny itself. Type Amen to get blessing. 34:34, my beloved child, lean closer and listen. Don't skip this moment because what I'm about to reveal will change how your heart breathes again. Heaven says the storm that once tore you apart is now clearing your sky for miracles. The energy around you is shifting, preparing something that will make every sleepless night make sense. The betrayal that once felt unbearable has become your ticket to elevation. And though the truth was sharp, it has carved your soul into strength. Stay till the end because your transformation begins right here. Type Amen to get blessing 3535. The man who hid behind lies is starting to see what he's lost. He looks fine in pictures, smiles at gatherings, but inside his peace is gone. Every time he closes his eyes, your name echoes softly, haunting him in the spaces between his choices. The baby's eyes reflect his mistake. The tiny fingers remind him of the touch he betrayed. He thought he could build a new chapter on dishonesty, but life keeps rewriting it with regret. And now heaven says his lessons will come not in punishment but in realization. Type Amen to get blessing. 3636, the third party, the woman who played a role in this is beginning to feel the shift too. What she thought was victory now feels like a burden. She wasn't ready to carry. He promised her the world, but delivered only the weight of his guilt. She's realizing that taking what wasn't hers came with a spiritual cost she didn't see. Because no happiness can survive on stolen ground. The laughter fades, the silence grows, and the truth stands taller than pride. And that's when karma begins to speak. Type Amen to get blessing. 3737 Archangel Michael says, don't interfere. Let divine justice do its work. You don't need to prove, explain, or expose. Your silence is already shaking their world. It's louder than confrontation, heavier than anger. It carries divine authority, the kind that turns chaos into lessons. You've become untouchable not because you fought back, but because you outgrew their energy completely. And heaven calls that victory. Type Amen to get blessing. 3838, your story is shifting. The narrative that once painted you as the one left behind is now being rewritten by destiny itself. The same people who once pitted you are starting to whisper in awe because you didn't just survive, you transformed. They'll soon say there's something different about them, something unexplainable, radiant. That's not luck. That's divine restoration glowing through your scars. Type Amen to get blessing. 3939. Heaven is preparing a divine replacement. Someone who doesn't bring chaos, only calm. Someone whose soul aligns with yours like poetry that finally rhymes after years of noise. You'll know it's them by the peace that enters your heart, not the butterflies that make you anxious. They won't remind you of your past. They'll remind you why it never worked out. This love won't hide, won't cheat, won't manipulate. It will protect. Type Amen to get blessing 4040. My beloved child, don't skip because the next season of your life will look nothing like the last. Heaven has seen your patience. You've walked through betrayal without losing your grace. And now grace itself is walking toward you. The one who deceived you will see your name attached to opportunities they once doubted you could have. Doors are opening where walls once stood. And when you rise, you'll realize the betrayal was never the ending. It was the ignition. Type Amen to get blessing. 4141. Archangel Michael says, the divine realm is not finished blessing you. This exposure was only step 1 of your unfolding. Step 2 is restoration. Every ounce of energy you poured into the wrong hands is coming back multiplied. Every tear is becoming a seed of favor. You are about to walk into a season where the same mouths that doubted you will bless you. The same eyes that look down on you will watch you shine. Heaven says your crown is ready. Type Amen to get blessing. 4242. The man who betrayed you is trying to bury his shame in work, distractions, and silence. But you can't silence the voice of truth. He thought walking away meant freedom. But now every success feels empty. Because deep down he knows he traded loyalty for lust, stability for secrecy, and peace for temporary pleasure. He lost the one soul that would have prayed him into greatness. And no matter how many nights pass, your absence echoes louder than forgiveness. Heaven doesn't mock him. It's simply showing him what he threw away. Type Amen to get blessing. 4343. The woman who believed she won the man will soon see the difference between attention and affection, between being chosen in the moment and being chosen for a lifetime. She will watch his moods shift, his guilt grow, and his eyes wander. Not out of love for someone new, but from longing for the peace he lost with you. She will realize too late that the victory she claimed came with emptiness she can't escape. And you'll be too busy rising to look back. Type Amen to get blessing. 4444. Heaven is turning your pain into power. Every closed door is now leading to something tailor-made for your spirit. You'll soon find yourself in conversations that open pathways, meeting people whose presence feels like healing. Your destiny is now attracting miracles that align with your reborn soul. The lesson is complete and the reward has begun. And Archangel Michael says, no one can block what heaven has signed with your name. Type Amen to get blessing. 4545. My beloved child, I know you replayed every memory, every word, every silence, searching for where it all went wrong. But heaven says it didn't go wrong. It went divine. Because sometimes betrayal is the only language that can push a soul out of denial. Now you're free from cycles that could have destroyed your spirit completely. You've been refined, not ruined, and what's ahead of you glows brighter than anything you left behind. Type Amen to get blessing. 4646. Soon you'll realize that closure didn't come from their apology. It came from your awakening. You no longer need explanations because the truth already gave you everything you needed to see. He's watching your glow quietly, trying to convince himself it's not affecting him. But it is deeply because he sees now that you were not replaceable. You were irreplaceable. And heaven made sure he knows it. Type Amen to get blessing. 4747. The same energy you once wasted trying to make them see your worth is now being redirected toward your purpose. Projects will flourish. Finances will multiply. Love will return, but this time purified. You are about to be recognized by people who never knew your name before. The divine spotlight is shifting toward you because your pain wrote the script of your breakthrough. Type Amen to get blessing. 4848. Archangel Michael says, prepare before this month ends. You will receive a sign so clear it will make your heart still for a moment. It may come through a dream, a song, a sudden name you hear in passing, but you'll know it's heaven saying, it's done. The betrayal cycle is closed. The chapter is sealed. And from this point forward, you walk in divine authority, peace, and victory. Type Amen to get blessing. 4949. You've made it this far. Not by luck, but by divine endurance. You didn't crumble when truth broke open. You stood even when your knees shook. Now heaven is restoring you in public for everything you lost in private. You'll smile again, not pretending this time, but from your soul. Because you've outlasted the storm. And after storms come rainbows. Not for beauty, but as divine proof that you were never alone. Type Amen to get blessing 5050.